Ladies and gentlemen, I come your way once again on a very important issue, an issue that I hold very dear to my heart. It has to do with the current pronouncement that has been made by the current Interior Minister, Honorable Muntaka. Please, we, the people of this region, the Greater Accra region, the Gadangme people, have endured a lot of disrespect from our brothers and sisters who we have wholeheartedly welcomed to settle and to live with us here in this region, because we believe in the Union Ghana, in the Ghana Union. Ladies and gentlemen, about 3 days ago, we saw a certain meeting held at the ministry's premises between the Christian faith and other organizations in the ministry, and one scarecrow-looking scammer of a pastor, a con artist of a pastor, had to talk about the ban on noise making before the commencement of the Homo Festival. It is not what he said that annoys me or that angers me, but it is the response of Honorable Muntaka, who ought to know better. That tears my heart apart. Honorable Muntaka, those con men, Agrada and the likes that came sitting there talking about ban on noise making, that you responded to by telling them our ban on noise making is an attempt to impose our faith on someone else's faith. Is ban on noise making a faith? Please, if you are going to be the Interior Minister of Ghana, be the Interior Minister of Ghana and avoid using your position to do some people's bidding. Else, you will not be happy in this region called Accra. With all the policemen and women you will be controlling, you will still not be happy and you will not feel safe. You will not feel safe because the spirits of our ancestors will haunt you. You will not feel safe because our gigglings and our annoyance will form a negative energy around you, and you will realize that there is something wrong. Don't play with us, please. Under Article 11, Clause 3 of the 1992 Constitution, customary law and what it is has been clearly stated over there. Rules of law applicable to particular communities. In this community, we do ban on noise making for a month. Right after Accra, Ekwapims, they do ban on noise making for 40 days. I've never heard churches in Ekwapim telling the Ekwapim Traditional Council to halt their ban on noise making so that they can have their way. So for you, those churches here in Accra that have been given those privileges to be bringing that nonsense of an idea to the table of discussion for the ban on noise making, which we have practiced since time immemorial, over 600, 700 years, year by year, practice. Our culture, our deeply ingrained culture, is not a faith. And Honorable Muntaka, it is an insult to call our culture a faith. It is an insult. You have insulted the Gadangme people by telling us our culture is an imposition of faith. In the northern region where you come from, don't you have culture? Don't you have do's and don'ts that are rules of laws that pertain to that very customary communities? Please, if you have nothing better to offer Ghanaians, stay in your office, take your fat salaries and allowances, and when your time is done, you leave. Don't come and insult us. Don't come and compound issues. If the Gadangme people in the NDC party fail to tell you the truth, we will not budge. We will not fail to tell you the truth. You have insulted us and you have to come and apologize to us. Right from the onset, whenever you come to Accra here, year by year, we have done noise on band making. So anybody who chooses to live within this jurisdiction is aware that he is supposed to abide by that customary rule of law. And like I've rightly stated, it is not the case that it is we, the gangs, or only the gangs that have that practice. I'm stating that right here at Akwapim, they do same. So that sense of entitlement over issues in Accra here is not what you think. We will continue to impose ban on noise making. That is our culture. That is what makes us the Ga people. And we will continue to do it till we decide to set it aside. No political influence, no mere minister from the northern region who equally has culture in his hometown can come and tell us our practice of our culture is an imposition of a faith on another faith. What an insult. Did you think about what you said? Or it is a populist response to a foolish question? Those idiots of pastors and scammers and con artists, the Agradas, the Badu Kobis, and the whoever and who came and sat before you there, don't they have cultures in their hometowns? In the Ashanti region and in the Bono regions where they come from? Have someone gone telling their people to leave their cultural practices, put a hold on it, so that a church, if they have gone for deities and fetishes, for instance, the Agrada idiot that was sitting there clapping her hands, looking like a pork. If they have gone for fetishes into their churches, and for which reason they will need noise, because in the cultural practices, Akom, fetish, and all those ones, they need drumming so that they can use to invoke their spirits. If they have gone for fetishes that consume noise making, and for which reason they cannot worship the same God that can be worshipped in peace, and it's only through noise making, then they should pack those fetishes and send it to their hometowns and go and worship them over there. We don't worship their fetishes with them. And what we do is our culture, and it is not fetishism. This insult must stop, and it will stop. You came to the Traditional Council last year with this same nonsense appeal, and you were told it is non-negotiable. Yet you are pushing and pushing. It will create a rift between the political class and then we, the indigenous of this region. And we are ready to fight to the last drop of our blood. Muntaka, I dare him, try to stop us from protecting our culture. What it will only mean is that we will not be part of this union called Ghana, because we have tolerated enough of this insult. When Nkrumah said that Ghanaians are slow to anger, But when they are angry, you cannot contain them. He was talking about the Ghana people because he lived here with us. And he saw what we did to the whites when it was necessary for us to expel them from this jurisdiction. When we continue to poke our eyes and you are working the lions, sleeping lions in us, Ghana cannot contain and will not contain all of us. So I'm doing this video, and when you see it, go back to your seat, go back to your pillow, and think about what you said. And come and apologize to the Gadangme people. You have insulted us. You, Muntaka, you have insulted us. That our culture should not stop someone from worshiping. What about telling the churches to build some proof auditoriums and stop disturbing people? You cannot sleep in this region again. You cannot sleep in Accra again. Every idiot will mount anything anywhere and be making unnecessary noise into your ears in the name of worshiping God. Yet they are the first to commit the most heinous of crimes and things that cannot be talked about. Scamming people, scheming and taking people's properties in the name of the worship of God. Someone is asking me, can I be? Muntaka said we should our ban on noise making should not stop churches from worshiping. So that means by that he is telling the churches to go ahead and make their play their drums and whatever, but they should not bring it to the street. Are you the king of Accra? You, Muntaka, are you the king of Accra? Are you the one to decide which decibel of noise that can be made during that period? Are you the king of Accra? You, if not because of politics, what will give you the authority to even talk about our culture and insult us? And those con artists that call themselves pastors, that have brought fetishes into their churches, which they need noise to invoke. Who are you to come and question our culture? And you think this is funny? And nobody is speaking about it. We are using diplomacy. We don't show you our anger. You are provoking us. And once the lion in us is awakened, Ghana will be ungovernable. We are slow to anger. We have tolerated you people and your nonsense in this region. But it's about time. There are things that are not to be touched. And when you attempt, you will see our wrath. Continue. John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic, warn your minister. You are a devoted Christian. We know that. But you have not been in Accra since yesterday. So you know what our culture is. And you know we will protect it. No political influence have been able to win any battle with any culture in this country. So look back at our history and caution your minister accordingly. Because what he is trying to do, he is going to bite more than he can chew. We are not timid. It is just because of cohesion and coherence and peace that we sometimes decide to overlook certain things, to let them go. It doesn't mean we cannot speak out. It doesn't mean we cannot break riot. It doesn't mean we cannot be violent. But this call to allow the churches to do what we have told them is against our culture, which Article 11 Clause 3 of the 1992 Constitution protects. To go ahead with it, it is a call for violence. So any violence that will break between the tradition of Accra and the culture of Accra and the church is caused by Honorable Muntaka. Because he is the one who has emboldened them that our culture cannot stop them from their faith. An insult. Go to the northern region where you come from and go and tell your chiefs. You think when your chiefs tell people they have banished them, we cannot banish in Accra, we can also banish. And when you deserve it, we will banish you from this country, this region of ours. We will banish you from this region of ours. Anyone that cannot stay with us, obey our culture, and observe the rules of law of our customs and traditions, can pack and leave. You can pack and leave. Don't come and annoy us. The message should sink in. And already, as it has been told unto you, issues concerning our culture are non-negotiable. And any change to that effect is by us and for us alone. And the Constitution of Ghana protects that very acts and cultures and customs of ours. So you are treading on dangerous ground by those pronunciations and pronouncements that you made 3 days ago in the said meeting with the faith and the religious leaders and whoever they are. Be measured in what you do. You may have good intentions to serve your country, but you should also know there are no-go areas. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. Come back again. Honorable Muntaka, come back again. Come and tell us you didn't think about the issue well. Come and tell us you didn't say it well. Come and apologize to us. You have insulted us. And if nothing is done about this, we may not do anything, but who you are and what you become of you in this region will be at the back of our heads. In you, we have found an enemy. Someone who wants to erode us of our culture and the identity of our generation yet unborn. In you, Honorable Muntaka, we have found an enemy until you come to apologize to us. In you, we have found an enemy of the Gadangme people. Because you want to erode us of our culture and render us into Fulani status, people without culture. Even Fulanis have culture. We will not tolerate this insult. So those churches that went there, if the Akrapims are doing a Daibutu for 40 days, and the churches in Akrapim are not complaining, and you have the temerity to come and tell us what we should do, we will not say anything. But we will protect our culture. So get ready. Soon the date for the ban on noise making will be announced. If you are men and women, go on and play those instruments in your scam video centers you call churches. Your scam pubs you call churches. And see what happens. We will see what the police and the national security will do about this. Because what you have done is going to raise a national security issue, which they will have to use the already depleting resources of the state, solving nonsense, which could have been resolved by simply telling people to go and respect the rules and laws of the land. You could have solved the ensuing problem, the time bomb you have created, by just telling them, go and respect the customary rules of the Gadangme people, and they will gladly oblige. But you decided to take a populist approach to make yourself a good man in their eyes. When the time comes, you will see what you have done. Honorable Muntaka, the Interior Minister, you will see what you have done. We have had the Presbyterian Church in Accra for centuries. The Methodist churches, it is only these new ones that have brought fetish into their churches and are invoking them through drumming, just like the fetish priestesses and priests do, that are against noise making. Which way is a better way than worshiping God in solemnness, in quiet? I'll end it here, and we'll get back on it. We'll be waiting. Don't correct yourself and think it is a joke. We'll protect our culture. If the Constitution of Ghana, if the security apparatus will not protect our culture, if the courts will not protect our culture, we'll protect our culture. And if there need be, you take your Ghana, we take our Accra. Because we cannot cohabit and habit with people that do not respect us. That will take us for granted. After all we have done for this country, don't let me go there and sound tribalistic. Thank you very much.